Stampers, this is Trevis. Today is Technique Tuesday. So today we're going to make a shaker card. I've never done a shaker card on video before, but I hope it goes okay. And I hope you can be a little patient with me, just in case it's not quite as smooth as I hope. But anyway, the bundle that I'm going to use today is Nothing's Better Than. It's the coffee set, and it has the cute dies that cut everything out. Along with the words coffee, chocolate, and cookies. I'm also going to use a couple other dies. One of them is this oblong die from the Ornate Layers. And I just cut out a very vanilla one of those in advance because it's going to take long enough as it is. And then also I cut out a circle using the second smallest circle from Layering Circles. And this would be this size. So that we're going to use on the card also. Okay, so let's get started today, and I'm going to show you how to make a shaker card. Okay, and my glasses are down on my nose. Okay, let's get started. All right. So the two colors that I'm going to use today, I'm going to use Just Jade and Soft Suede. And I think these play well together. And the first thing I'm going to do is start my shaker card. I'm going to use a half a sheet of Just Jade cardstock. So this is 5.5 by 8.5. I'm going to fold this in half. And what I want to do is just do some stamping on it first before I start the shaker part. And I'm going to use Just Jade ink. And I am going to stamp the cup just kind of as a background for my shaker card several times inside. Okay, so this is going to be tone on tone, very subtle. If you don't have Just Jade ink, you could use Versamark. So Versamark will do the same thing as the ink Just Jade. Okay, then I think I'm done with that. I want to use a piece of In Good Taste cardstock. And so this is a piece, the wood grain. It's really cute on this side too, but this is the wood grain side. And so what I did with my paper cutter was I did cut out the center. Okay, so I cut the center of it out to make the shaker part. And all I did with my paper cutter was I cut 3/4 of an inch all the way around. And so if you have this paper cutter, it's pretty simple. You're just going to, since this is 4 inches, you're going to put it at 3 1/4. And you're going to cut from 3/4 of an inch to 4 1/2. And then you're going to flip it, and you're going to do you're going to put it at 4 1/2 inches, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do 3/4 of an inch to 3 3/4. You're going to keep doing that until you cut the center out. Okay, and then you have this nice little piece that's left in the center to use for something else. So don't throw that away. Okay, now you need a piece of acetate. And this is window sheets, nice and heavy. We sell this. And what we want to do is we want to attach this to the back of our cut piece. And the reason is because we are going to assemble this later and make the shaker. So we have to have something clear and that it will show through our shaker. So we have the foam adhesive strips. These are amazing, and these make a shaker card so easy. So you get 40 strips in a pack, and they actually are double-sided stick. So you're just going to pull one off. Okay. Oh, before I do that, I have to do one other thing. Sorry. I need to attach this like this. Ooh, that's so sticky. Attach your window sheets. Okay. Sorry, I meant to do that first before I started with the other piece. Okay, so there we go. Now we have that attached to our piece. Now what we want to do is we want to attach these. So here's the trick. You want to attach them so that there are no gaps in the corners. And that is why these are so awesome, these foam strips. So you want this nice and tight on the corners. Now when you have these little pieces like this, you can definitely use these. Okay, so you just want to butt that up nice and tight. And then take another one and continue. Just make sure that there's no gaps. Okay. Just like that. So you can see how, like in the old days when we didn't have these, we wanted to make a shaker card, we would have to use like the edge of our, oh, it was tough. You'd have to use the edge of our dimensionals and try to make it work. Okay, so before I peel these off and attach it, I want to put my shaker in here, right? So I'm going to use these gems called Flowers for Every Season gems. And I am going to just take several of these and put them in the center. Okay. So you want enough that it's going to shake, but you don't want to overkill. And I am going to just put that block there to hold it. And I'm going to peel these off. So this is going to release the second side of these foam strips. Just like that. Last one. Flip it over. And stick it down. Shaker card. I haven't finished it, but I'm excited I got this far. Okay, now let's put that aside. We're going to take this little piece of vanilla cardstock. Kind of want this to look retro, so I picked vanilla. Okay, and I am going to use soft suede ink. And I'm going to stamp some of these little, they're like little asterisks. And I'm going to stamp them right here on my cardstock. Okay. And then I am going to stamp one other thing. I'm going to stamp my coffee cup. Okay, so what I do is I put one down there and one up here. This is the outline of the coffee cup. I always do that first. Oops, sorry. The outline first. Then I'm going to stamp the inside. I'm going to stamp it off. And now I'm going to stamp the inside of the coffee cup. Okay. And I am now finished with that part of the stamping. I'm going to cut that out with my cut and emboss because we have a little coffee cup in the dies. So we're going to cut that out. And then I talked about that little circle. So now I'm going to attach these. So I'm going to put a little adhesive on the back of that. And I'm going to pop that up with a couple, just one-dimensional, I think. One-dimensional. I'm going to put that right there. Maybe I'll put it here. No, I think I like it here. Now I'm torn. I think I am going to put it here. Okay, so I'm going to put it right there. Then I'm going to use the coffee dye. The coffee dye is from the Nothing's Better Than, actually Love You More Than dies. And it cuts out the word coffee. Okay. Now what I did was I did use the foam adhesive sheets. These are amazing. Thought my battery was dead, but it's not. These are amazing. So what I did was I attached them to the back and then I ran it through my cut and emboss. And so what happens is, cuts out the word coffee, and I shouldn't have pulled the sticky off the back, but I did. Cuts out the word coffee, and it makes it raised. How cute is that? Just like that. I love it. Okay, so now I'm going to use a little piece of the 1/4 inch Just Jade ribbon. And I'm just going to take a little end of it. And I'm going to attach a little piece of that with a glue dot. Okay. I'm going to put it right there. Okay. So now I'm ready to assemble this to my card. So what I want to do is make sure I have enough adhesive on here. And I'm going to stick this down onto my card. There's my shaker card. Isn't that so cute? Now I'm going to put something on the inside. I'm going to use a piece of Very Vanilla, and I actually cut this 5 by 3 3/4. And I am going to, on the inside, put, using soft suede ink again, I'm going to put a couple of these little asterisks. And then the saying, which says, "You make everything better." I'm going to stamp that right there. Okay. So let's attach that to the inside of our card. I like the size because it gives that nice wide border. So when you send this to somebody, coffee makes everything better, but so does the person that you sent it to. Okay, so there's our card today. That's how you make a shaker card. Don't miss these foam adhesive strips. They are amazing if you're into making shaker cards. Thanks so much. Bye.